Shit, what's this podcast called?
Discourse of Human Events.
The discourse is just crazy.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna look and feel years younger, baby. I wanna look.
1, 2, 3. Dildos! That's much closer to the mic.
Alright,
Alright, let's talk.
let's talk China.
About them Yankees.
About them
Oh.
damn Yankees.
The Yankees went to China?
Yeah, you didn't hear? They moved. They moved cities. They're in...
The Beijing Yankees.
I miss the food already.
Yeah, and Chloe went to the Asian grocery store and she saw those pork legs.
Yeah.
And she said her grandma knows how to cook them. So guess what she's going to do once she's over here?
You're gonna have your personal chef.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be the same as the one in restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll still be pretty good.
Yeah.
So Zach,
Still.
how do we start talking about our China trip? Do you want to
Good question.
because
Wait.
the thing is we kept wanting to do a podcast while we were there in the moment, but we were so fucking busy and usually either drunk or hungover.
Yeah.
Like not drunk, podcast drunk,
Like,
but too drunk to
Blitz.
do a podcast drunk.
Like,
Or we were hungover from that day to be able to do a podcast.
somebody was
So now-
throwing up or out, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It was,
Which also meant the other
which is
days.
definitely good time.
Yeah. Which meant the other day was recovery or we were doing something busy. I do have a random story about the flight back.
Okay, let's start with that.
There was a lady or a dude, somebody, but I had this.
You don't know
Yeah.
what this person identifies as.
No, I could not see this.
You didn't ask. You did not ask them their pronoun.
I did not. I could not see the person. But
All right.
Oh, if you see, you don't just assume, Zach.
I saw this person play tic-tac-toe against the computer on the screen. You know, you have your screen.
Yeah.
They played tic-tac-toe against the computer at least 30 to 40 times.
What?
So this was not a child.
No,
I'm guessing.
this was a grown person.
Because that is a child's game.
This is the sad part. Okay, so obviously the person you would expect would at least tie every game, but I saw the person lose a lot.
Yeah, like that. That's the point. Tic-tac-toe, eventually you just get to the point where you will always just tie.
Wait. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It was programmed to let the person win every now and then. I could tell this
Yeah.
because it was a computer program. It can always know, hey, this person
Yeah,
has two
obviously,
here.
yeah.
It's about to get a third. But it would make a wrong move like every 5 to 10 games. And let the person win.
It's just so sad.
Yeah, that's why it's like, how? How are you getting through life if you can't tie a computer at tic-tac-toe?
Yeah.
So it is.
That's crazy.
That was a funny thing. Even set aside if they tied every time, how could you play the game like 30 to 40 times?
So this was your entertainment on the flight back. Like, look
Yeah,
how stupid
well-
this person. Can they play another one?
I was watching a movie, and like every 5 minutes I'd look over and I'm like, holy shit, the person's still playing tic-tac-toe.
What were they on a plane ahead of you or a seat ahead of you?
Yeah, like 2
several
seats
rows
ahead. Yeah, a couple seats ahead.
I see. You didn't just feel like you should go over there and be like, pat him on the
Don't
shoulder.
worry.
It's okay. Some of us aren't that smart.
Oh.
I feel like I should have just gone over
You're
there and
very-
exited out of the game. Like, it's too advanced for you. Too advanced.
I don't know if we had any interesting stories on the way back other than feeling like, oh my god, I want to sleep.
Oh my god, yeah, because the Woo guy tried to get you wasted again.
Yeah.
I mean,
We were
successfully.
pretty messed up on that way back. Oh yeah, I was wasted. I started high-fiving guys I didn't even know.
It was just literally a random dude outside a restaurant, right?
Did he high-five me or did I high-five him?
I don't know. You guys took the moment. He must be drunk as shit too.
Was he?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I didn't realize until afterward. Wait, who is that guy?
Is high-fiving even a thing in China? I did not notice any high-fives while drunkenness was going on.
It wasn't a thing, but apparently that guy saw, ooh, foreigners.
It
I'll
is
just
now.
high five that dude. Just like
Taught
we
him
saw
the way of the
movies.
high-five.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then everybody look at you guys like, what?
So Zach, you got to explain Woo Guy for the people
Yeah,
that have no
so
fucking idea.
First, I think we have to explain. So it was the first wedding we had, because there was two weddings. You guys had like
Yeah.
the Chinese style wedding and then a Western wedding. And so we learned at the Chinese wedding that after you guys do your whole ceremony and everything, and you sit down to eat, you have to toast every single table. We decided it was a great idea to toast every single table with hard liquor, which was called By
Yeah,
Joe. And then apparently, I thought this whole time that was a
Yeah.
brand name.
It's 52%.
No. Yeah, this is 52%. It's like tequila or whiskey. It's like a broad category, but it's a 52%, so it's very hard liquor.
Yeah, it's very hard liquor. And there was like, I think 30 to 35 tables. I remember counting.
Did you really? You
Yeah.
counted?
Yeah, I remember counting.
Damn. There were
Because
a
I was
lot.
trying to break it down. How many shots did we actually do? Because when we did the shots, they weren't like a full shot. It was like a fourth of a shot.
Yeah.
Just like the cups we had.
That cup
Yeah.
was really tiny. I'm
Tiny little
grateful
ones.
that's a tiny one.
And very important to the listeners, we had our own personal pour, who is double fisting 2
Yeah.
bottles of liquor to refill us.
That was
after
pretty badass.
everything.
Dude just walking around with 2
Yeah.
little bottles of By Joe.
Dude kept his
Yeah.
job. Like
He's also a groomsman.
he took it seriously.
Well, he was a liberal pourer, though, as in, like, it got
Yeah.
on your hand, who cares?
There was always
Just go
spillage.
toast him.
Always spillage on every pour. He made
Yeah.
sure we got full.
Yeah. We really smelled the alcohol, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, our hands were covered in alcohol after.
It feels like after you go to the hospital, they give you rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
It just smells like that.
Okay, so now Zach, Woo Guy.
Okay,
Why is
so-
he Woo Guy?
So, for the first wedding, well, you explain that because you
I got it.
you were the one that
I'm the one
had
that
the little
instigated.
Yeah, you instigated Boo Guy.
So, apparently this guy's known as a bit of a drinker or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went over to his table, and Chloe's dad
Uh-huh.
was trying to say San Beza? Is that right?
Yeah, like a 3-shot.
San
3
Beza,
shots.
right? Do 3 cups. And he's like, no. And I know enough Chinese to know the word 3, which is san.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So I knew what he was asking. And so I go, oh, so si, which is 4. And I put my 4 fingers up. And the guy, I was like, no. And I go, oh. Then, woo. And then I put my 5 fingers up. And he goes, no. Lianga, which is 2. And then we did 2 of them.
Okay,
Right.
so Chloe's dad started with 3, and you escalated to 4.
Yeah.
And your negotiation technique when he said no was to go to
I
5.
escalated 4, then to 5. Yeah, to 5. I was like trying to play like, I don't understand. Oh, you're saying not 4, then let's do 5.
You're playing, oh, I'm a big dumb white guy. Let's just do 5 shots.
Yeah. And he's like, no, 2. We'll do 2. And so we drank the 2 shots.
Okay.
That was the wedding, the traditional Chinese wedding.
That was the Chinese wedding. But then at the Eastern wedding, he said woo
modern,
to you.
yeah.
He said woo. So
Yeah.
you did the 5 shots.
I thought mostly his table was saying woo. The people at his table.
He
Well,
got
like,
peer
do
pressured.
woo.
Now the funny
Yeah.
part was, you went back to like challenge him. He got up and started walking away, thinking you're challenging.
Yeah. Well, we did the woo. We did 5 shots.
Yeah, you did the woo.
But like later on, I didn't get up to do it again with him. Chloe and I were going somewhere.
Yeah, but he thought you were going to his table.
Yeah.
And he got up and
We're
started to
coming
leave.
after you, sir.
Yeah, he got up and started running away, doing the like waving no, and walking out the door.
But the funny thing is, like 15, 20 minutes later, you ended up going back and doing 5 shots with him. But he made sure you did.
Did I do another 5? I'm
Yes.
not sure I remember.
Yes, you did. But here's the funny thing.
Oh, that's when you poured the whole thing.
Yeah, so I didn't know in China when you pour somebody a drink that they're going to drink the whole thing and have to show you the shot is empty. So I thought, hey, he's about to do 5 shots with Nick. I'll just pour him a big glass so he can just sip 5 shots. But I poured him like a good one. Everyone was like, no, like stop. So I was like,
Everyone was
okay.
telling Zach, like, with no English whatsoever, no, stop pouring, you idiot. He can't drink that. What are you, trying to kill the guy?
So I obviously stopped, and he takes basically one shot, which was probably like 5 or 6.
Like 5, yeah, it was easily 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah.
Ugh. And so out of all this,
Like, I
the ending did not, the drinking did not stop at this wedding. This was second
That
wedding.
was Eastern way.
This traditional wedding. Modern wedding.
Yeah, modern.
Western
That's
wedding,
probably the
kinda.
better way to put it, modern wedding.
Yeah.
Bottom one, yeah.
So after that guy invited us the night before we left to come to a dinner.
And he had
And then
planned his
again, we
revenge.
toasted. Oh, yeah. And then we drank so much by Joe toasting with them.
Oh, he actually recruited his son to join.
Yeah, he did.
That, he offloaded.
Yeah, so his son was toasting us too, and we had to keep up with him. And then we had to keep up with the 4 ants.
Yeah, oh my gosh. It was just like they're toasting and toasting constantly. There's so many toasts.
Yeah. And by the end, we walked outside, and I did not realize till later, but I was high-fiving people, and afterward, Chloe was like, we don't know those people.
Stop.
I'm like, oh. And then I looked at him like, oh, yeah, they weren't from our dinner party. I didn't quite get that.
That's hilarious. So I say Chloe the first night got the most wasted.
I did.
Oh, yeah, she didn't even drink as much, but...
Yeah.
I threw up a lot.
I didn't know one of those
But then,
details.
Nick, the second time, you got the most wasted for sure. You were
Oh, yeah.
completely gone.
Oh, yeah, I remember I drank a bottle of water and threw it up in the air.
Yeah, yeah, you...
But I did not throw up. I want that on record. I walked to the car.
You didn't throw up,
walked.
but you were
I did not pass
shit-faced.
out. Oh, I was shit-faced. I was, like, retarded. I don't think... You didn't drink woo, did you? I don't remember. Did you?
Did I drink woo with you guys? Yeah.
Yeah. You drink the 5?
No, not
Both
the
5s?
second time you did it, but the first time I did.
Okay. I said I felt like I drank more than you. Oh, and then more people.
Well,
came
yeah,
to
you
toast
guys
me
just
and
also had
Chloe.
more people toasting you.
Yeah, people came to us and
Yeah.
kept toasting us.
This is why I was able to stay somewhat coherent.
Yeah.
In fact, probably
Oh.
the night I got most fucked up was the woo guy night because he was like determined.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna put you down.
and you missed part of the narrative of the first night, Zach. To really screw it up and go backwards.
Okay.
The drive home.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
First of all, we were wasted that night
So
too,
this-
and I kicked the driver's seat. And then I was like, oh shit, I should.
Oh no.
I'm wasted. I shouldn't kick a guy's seat for no
Yeah.
reason.
So that was an hour and a half
I don't even know why I
drive.
kicked it.
The
Yeah.
first night.
It went by really fast.
It did,
and
actually.
I'm sure that guy the whole time was like, these guys are retarded.
You guys started doing drunk math. Never in
Yeah,
my life
that's
have
what
I
it's
been drunk with people and decided to start doing math problems.
That's drunk Asians.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Is this a common theme, Chloe? Have you been drunk before and did math?
No, I did not.
She does derivatives.
A likely story.
Differential equations.
It's interesting because we got, like you guys over here, and then it was a thing to show that Even when Asians got drunk, we can still do that.
By the way, on a super unrelated note, you know that, Zach, do you have that little toy we bought, the, like, Bachman thing?
Yeah.
I'm fucking with it right now. Isn't that one of the best
Yeah.
toys you've ever got?
I've been
It's
messing
so
with it a
fun.
lot, too.
Yeah. It's a
little, like, fidget toy.
You can put them in.
Yeah, it's a good fidget toy.
It's a great toy. I'm glad we bought this one.
Man.
So,
Business opportunity. You guys should buy a lot and try to sell it here.
another funny thing was on the second ride home, we thought the guy that was driving us didn't speak any English, and he did.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does.
Because he was, like, pointing at something and saying something about it, and we're just like, yeah, whatever, because we couldn't figure out what he was saying. And then you made, like, the joke that he's probably just pointing at stuff and saying things just to get your dumb ass to look at stuff. He's just saying random shit. But then, like, later on throughout the night, he started just, like, randomly saying things in English and talking to us. And on the ride home, I had, like, an actual conversation with him in English.
Yeah.
I was like, so he understood everything we were saying, probably.
Probably reporting back to Chloe's parents now. Yeah. The guy she's marrying is in fact retarded.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I still think it's hard to explain to people how many high-rises there are in China.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, that's the thing I notice is, Jesus Christ, there are a lot of fucking people here.
Yeah.
And when I told Nick my hometown is a small town, and he believed it until he come over, I'm like, Jesus,
Yeah.
we call it a small town.
Small town of 1 million people where everyone knows everyone.
A small, quaint little 1 million person town.
Well, small. So what's like towns like, or towns, I should say cities like Hong Kong and Beijing, like how many people are living in those? Because they have to equate for a lot more of the population,
Yeah,
right?
just look at Wikipedia. Probably.
Yeah, let's Google that shit. Beijing population, and then we want the metropolitan statistical area.
Like, we went to the rural areas.
Okay, we were in Beijing. We were in Shanghai. That's apparently actually larger than Beijing.
Oh, really? How many?
Yeah. So, Shanghai has 35 million people.
Jesus.
Beijing actually has 25 million.
Where are all these people then? That still doesn't even add up.
What are you fucking kidding me? We were walking on the streets, they were all over. You can't not avoid people in China.
I'm saying, but that's like 100 million if we add in Beijing, the 3 biggest cities. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, actually bigger than Beijing is Guangzhou. That's 25 million people.
But I'm still saying, we're getting into about the 100, 150.
Yeah.
The big cities.
So there are more rural than Chloe's China.
Yeah.
Like, because we're on the East Coast. That's like, it's rural to her, like, outside of New York City or something.
Yeah.
Like, there is still, like, the Kansas of China. Like, if you go into the middle where there's not that much shit.
Okay.
And there's a lot more land.
Yeah.
And is it just packed, though?
It's more packed than like, Kansas, I'm sure.
But that's my, like...
But that's where they say, like, people survive on a couple dollars a day. That's also super poor China.
Gotcha. But that's...
Whereas we were just kind of poor China.
But that's what I'm saying, like, with the big cities, even if we calculate a couple more big cities, we're like 250 million. Like, are there just a lot of 2 millions, 3 millions?
I mean, just think about it. The
of course, there are a
total
ton of
population in the U.S. and then compared to the total population in China, you know, it's just like several times our population in China, where the land size is about roughly the same.
Yeah. So, there are just a lot of small towns, as Chloe calls them.
Yeah. So, I mean, there just has to be a lot of 1 to 5 million people, cities, which is just crazy.
So, they're like 100 Columbuses.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I would say, like, probably living in Columbus was more cushy.
Yeah.
And how much living area, though, is actually in China?
It's like, so they have a big-ass desert and then a bunch of mountains.
Yeah.
So, like, livable land is probably like a third of the U.S., maybe less.
Could be.
something like that.
That's still a big amount of
I
land.
think that's the general idea. But still, they have 5 times the number of people and 1/3 the livable land.
Yeah. 2/3.
And that's my general picture of China, is just so many.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot of people. You really got the feeling for how many people there were, especially when we were taking the subway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
crowded.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that wasn't at peak time.
You haven't taken the one that Nick and
Yeah.
I took, right? We
Yeah,
took
exactly.
the one on like 6 p.m. or something, but like Nick literally almost have like claustrophobia.
Yeah, we left and
thing.
got a taxi.
And I'd be like, oh my god, I couldn't
There's
do it.
just too many
anymore.
people. It's too crazy.
Can't breathe.
I mean, your hometown basically just felt like Columbus for the most part, like
Yeah, and it's about the size of
City-wise.
Columbus. Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot more people.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, no matter
It's
where
smaller.
we went, there was always just people. Always people. Even in the rural farming areas, there's still just people everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People just hanging out,
I
asking to
might
get
have
rides,
more to
asking to
do.
give us rides.
I think so. We're alive at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a general thing in China. It's like shops don't really close at 5. Shop close at
And
like
it makes
8 or
sense
9
given
or
the
something.
given the weather. Because it is fucking hot and humid during the day. But you go at night and it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's one thing. And the second thing is like people don't just go home and just sleep. They go out and then you can shopping for clothes, shopping for nice, nifty things, and then
At nighttime?
we don't normally grab a drink.
Yeah, well, that
That's
was
not
an-
a common thing.
That was an interesting thing. When we went out at night, it wasn't... Oh, no, it was Mid-Autumn Festival. So there was a reason for the park to be super fucking packed.
Yeah, that was actually.
But still, I get the feeling that it isn't always... It's always has people,
It's
right?
always
A good
busy.
number of people.
According to my parents, like there
Yeah.
are a lot of people there.
Like, we just walked around and there are people, like, dancing and... Like,
Yeah, there's always something
Singing.
going on.
Exactly. So, yeah, it was an interesting experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's always known as like after dinner
Walk.
activities.
Ah.
Like you can go for a walk, or you can meet up with your friends and local dessert shop.
This is what happens when your internet is shitty. Because after dinner, I'll be like, I'm going to go read shit on the internet.
Time to isolate.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I do notice. Like before, I mean, I remember vividly, like 2 years ago, I can use OneDrive in China to upload stuff.
Mm.
And now I couldn't.
Yeah,
I can
the
only use
internet's
OneDrive
getting
to
even more
download.
closed off.
Yeah.
Zach, what other impressions did you have?
Well, first off, so one other question I had. You said there was a big nightlife. Is when do shops normally close in China?
It's the standard hours.
9,
9? That's the same here.
8, 9, and then depends on the people.
So the nightlife is more just like going out to parks
People
and
walking
stuff.
around.
Yeah, well, we're talking about shops like a regular clothing shop, your consignment
What about
shops.
restaurants?
Restaurants,
Yeah.
midnight.
Midnight.
Okay,
yeah, and
okay.
then for karaoke bars,
Yeah.
they could run like till the morning.
Gotcha.
And in Asia, there's 3 karaoke bars on every corner.
There's a lot of karaoke bar. I don't know 3, but
I'm kidding.
I will say, just like with everywhere else, people are just friendly in general.
Yeah, everyone was nice.
Yeah.
I didn't have any. Although, I don't know, maybe we had a different experience as white people.
True.
Because there are some people that are just like, hey, why go, Ren?
Yeah,
What else?
what?
Oh, did you get anyone to try the durian that you brought back,
Oh,
Zach?
I don't have any durian.
Yeah, we did. We gave you cakes.
It's a durian cake. The package like a 3 squirrel snack
Yeah.
cookies.
Where are the
You can't read the
like?
packaging. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So
What do they look like?
There's like has 3 squirrels on it.
3 squirrels. I'm not trying to. This sounds like a goddamn riddle.
That was no. Do you remember the store we went to in the mall?
Oh,
3
yeah,
Squirrels was
the-
brand.
Yeah,
That
we
was
bought
the- yeah,
the
okay,
durian
okay.
Cake for you.
So I'll recognize that
Yeah.
packaging. What about the Trump?
You
tea?
wanted it to give to people.
Who's the Trump?
I don't know. Just give that out as you want.
Okay.
Brian.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say.
I'd assume Brian and whoever else wants one. I don't know.
Brian. Cool.
Dad would probably. No one actually drinks tea. It was actually a dumb purchase. It doesn't make any sense.
It's a poor idea.
I'll be honest, it was a dumb idea. Because no one actually drinks tea at all.
So, another big difference, and something I like, though, is the way Chinese eat. Like, just the style of family style, and just spitting your food out right there in your plate, or...
I'm not sure I like
it.
this. It took me a while to get used to people spitting their food out in front of me.
Well, it makes not spitting on your plate.
Yeah, I know, but you,
so
like...
much.
So the idea is you put in, like... The shrimp will come with its shell on,
Yeah.
and you break the shell out with in your mouth, and then you spit the shell of the shrimp out onto the plate.
And you're, like, biting the head off of the shrimp, too, before you start.
Yeah, like... Exactly. In the West, that's, like, barbaric. Like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, you don't spit shit out after you put it in your mouth. Unless you're like, this is poison!
I feel like
That's the one where it's okay.
there's, like, a real benefit to the way they eat, just in, like, health reasons. Like, you're gonna eat less.
Oh, because it takes a lot of
Yeah,
work.
like, you have so much time in between, like, your food's gonna be
Yeah.
digesting as you're working to eat your food. You also know where your food comes from. Like, there's no, like...
Yeah, it's not hidden.
Separation.
You see the heads of the shrimp.
Yeah, you see the heads of the fish and everything. Like,
And even just like the pork, like you see, I don't
There's
know.
bones still
Like
in
they
it.
don't say, yeah, that's not like pork. We'll be like, that's a pork's leg.
Yeah.
That's a pork's belly.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
you can
Yeah.
know which cut of it.
Yeah, they tell you exactly what it is. There's
Yeah.
no hidden bit.
And then also, like, another benefit of eating, like, shrimp with head on, right? You can judge how fresh the shrimp is.
True.
So if, like,
The eyes.
Yeah, for the fish, it's like the eyes, right? So it's kind of thing. I mean, they already have a head grow on them.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you take it off?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wholesome to have the whole thing on it in there.
No, I just want to, like, I want to think all my food grows on a tree and had to suffer nothing at all.
Oh, hey, the Woo guy also bought, like, super expensive by Joe for that time.
Oh yeah,
it was
like
like
really good, but
top
$100.
notch.
Yeah.
So almost $200.
almost $200 by Joe. Yeah, because we looked in the duty free store. It was $150 something.
Yeah.
And we drank.
And we got 2 bottles. Oh, so that's the other thing we can break down is the first night we drank 3 bottles amongst us 3.
Yeah.
So we each basically drank the entire bottle by Joe. The second night, I don't really know if we kept track. Those 2 bottles, I think.
No, I have no. Yeah, I think 2. I don't even know.
Who's pouring?
I was
That's
pouring. I think it was 2
Yeah.
You're
bottles
supposed to
amongst.
be-
And by the way, Zach drank straight from the bottle like a savage,
Yeah.
and in front of the most sophisticated ones, like the ones we were that had a separate table for themselves.
You guys said something too, and I'm like, what's the difference? We've been eating through chopsticks on the same plates all week. Like,
Yeah.
people lick
I
their
don't know, man.
chopsticks
It's
and put
just
them in the food.
It's just a thing. We got Zach a glass later.
Because you guys were being all germaphobe about it.
I was just shocked that you were just holding up the bottle and drink it. Like, A, it shows that you really can drink. And B is like, that's pretty savage. Why don't you get a glass?
At least we gave those people some stories.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for real.
Pretty sure we're going to be something to talk about for a while.
If the stereotype is Americans drink a lot, we did not disappoint.
Yeah.
We kept up that stereotype.
Oh, yeah.
And the Chinese definitely kept up the stereotype that they eat basically anything.
Oh yeah, duck tongue. Zach had duck tongue.
Oh yeah, duck tongue.
I didn't even eat it.
It just wasn't like a lot of meat on it. It's kind of like the chicken's feet.
There's a lot of them.
But it's good flavor, right?
The duck tongue? Yeah, duck tongue was good. Chicken feet I didn't think was that great. Durian was okay. Stinky tofu didn't really even have a taste.
Disgusting.
I don't even get the point.
I was surprised that stinky tofu didn't taste badly. I was expecting it to be disgusting from the smell,
No.
but once you actually put it in your mouth, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. And I don't think that guy has good stinky tofu. I think
Oh.
just...
We got subpar stinky tofu.
But
Yeah, I mean, just pick a random stand on the street. Right?
It was.
It pretty much
It's
was.
just when we smelled it, it was that guy.
To say it was a random stand in the street doesn't do it justice. It's literally just a guy in the street with like a little tiny, like I have a little fryer and I have tofu.
Yeah.
That's like that was pretty much this whole stand.
That was like less than a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
You
for
don't even have a
sure.
hole.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's definitely a lot of experiences. It's definitely something I would like to do again, like visit China. Which is funny because I never would even think to visit China before.
Yeah. Did you eat crab?
Crab?
Yeah, he had a crab.
Yeah,
I helped
crab.
him out.
Okay, so
Like you pull out these things and you don't eat that one.
Oh yeah, like the full crab. Yeah, Wu Guy's son walked me through
oh cool.
it. That was a
Yeah.
whole thing. Like first you got to break this, then you got to tear this open, then you got to break that open, and now you can eat your crab.
Yeah, and also you have to carefully navigate your tongues on the meat and trying to not get poked by the shell and then get the shell out and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So much work for fucking food in China.
But delicious.
but there's probably a really healthy difference between their crab when they're eating the actual crab and this has been processed so it's just the meat crab.
Yeah, I know, but I really like the processed meat.
It's really
You
convenient.
just put it in your mouth and you dissolve. It just goes down.
Yeah, it's really
No work
convenient.
required. If I could actually just go and sit down at a table and somebody forks it into my mouth and I don't even chew,
Nom,
like I
nom,
just
nom,
let the
nom.
saliva dissolve it as it goes down my
Savage.
fat ass throat.
Straight savage.
I would do it.
Straight savage.
Mm.
Oh man. Yeah, I tried to tell my coworkers like that they had Starbucks had the mooncakes.
Mm.
They're just like, what?
Yeah, I was gonna say when you tell people that they might not know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, mooncake is it's just like a really dense cake. I mean, that's basically all it was.
Yeah.
With filling usually
Pretty
in the middle.
good. Yeah,
Kind of like
but it, very dense.
Yeah,
that's
very
what I usually take away from it.
just something really sweet wrapped in something.
Mm.
It's really all it is.
So Nick, when you first went to China, what was your biggest culture shock or whatever?
I'm with you on the
people.
high rises. Yeah,
It really is.
People,
It really
high
is.
rises. And then when I went the first time, it was the summer of a certain song. Like China had its own
What
was that Open Gangnam Style guy? Yeah, so they had a hit song that I could not get away from. I heard easily 20
The
times.
Gangnam Style song or a
stuck in his
song
head.
like that?
No, a song like
Okay.
it. I can still sing it. 你是我的小呀小苹果, which means you are my little apple. I just kept hearing that fucking song everywhere.
So there was like a fad, a trend.
Yeah, it was a huge trend. I kept hearing it over and over.
And it cracks me up every time.
Yeah.
That's
So that was
So
the thing.
ridiculous.
Yeah. What else? Chloe's parents thought I was retarded.
What?
At what point?
So, I don't think you heard this, but if you go to construction sites really close to them, you'll hear cars backing up,
Oh yeah.
and they say, 倒车请注意, right? 倒车请注意, which is just like,
Watching for the cars backing.
yeah, car backing up, please watch. Car backing up, it just repeats, right?
It's like recorded.
And so there was construction outside Chloe's apartment,
Yeah.
right? So I just kept hearing this over and over again. And we got into the car to drive somewhere with Chloe's mom. And I told Chloe, I just keep hearing this noise. 倒车请注意, 倒车请注意. And Chloe's mom just starts laughing like, what is Nick doing? Because she just hears me going, car backing up, please watch. Car backing up, please watch. Why is he repeating?
My son-in-law was an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
If the first time I get to meet your parents, and I just see in the back of cars, they're like, car backing.
Yeah.
No, it's like if Chloe just started going, beep, 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 beep.
Exactly. It's the exact same equivalent. It's just stupid.
for no.
Yeah, completely no context because you don't understand what I was asking.
Yeah, she literally just started doing that in the middle of... It's a China thing.
Yeah. That's just what you do.
That's hilarious. Oh.
It's like my parents don't understand the...
There's a reason for my retardedness.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, man, that's funny.
So, how's your time back been? Have you completely readjusted?
Getting there. For a while, though, like, I was basically going to bed at, like, 9 or 10 and waking up at, like, 5 a.m. I was, like, becoming a morning person.
Uh-huh. Now, see, what I was doing, which is even worse, like, it's so bad. I would, like, come home from work, take, like, a 3-hour nap, then I'd be up till, like, 7 a.m., and then I'd be like, okay, I want to go to sleep now, but I need to go to work, so I'm just going to stay up 2 more hours, and then go to work with no goddamn sleep.
Yeah.
And work was not very fun. It has not been fun.
No,
I think I'm getting back to normal, though.
I still slept normal hours, like, amounts of hours, if not better. I probably slept better now.
Oh, yeah?
So I actually kind of want to keep somewhat the same hours. Obviously, the podcast.
That's why we're podcasting earlier now, huh?
But the podcasting will kind of throw it off a little bit today.
You'll be back going to sleep at like 3 in the morning again in no time, man.
It was really weird
We'll screw it up.
when I first arrived, like constantly just like waking up at 3 a.m. and then have to go right back to sleep.
Yeah.
The thing about traveling is like you barely adjust to the new time zone, and then you come back, you have to readjust again.
So crazy.
Yep. Oh, arriving in American Customs was weird. I never had to do that before.
Oh yeah.
Like with the dog, there was like dogs, 2 people with dogs.
Really?
Yeah, walking around sniffing.
No, we
everything.
didn't have that. We didn't have dogs
Yeah,
us. They just suspicious.
We had 2 dogs in there first. And then, like,
Really?
just some people were stopped just for random questioning.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I've never. We've gone out of the country several times. I've never seen that.
Yeah,
I think somebody had to be suspect.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it seemed like a lot of routine stuff. It's also Detroit International Airport. Maybe it's...
Oh, okay. That's because you're coming in Detroit.
There's probably a little more
Interesting.
stuff going on there.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, there was not just 1 dog came by. There's 2 dogs that came by at 2 different intervals.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, we never had that at all.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Hmm.
I really like this style of vacation, though. Like, I like the sightseeing that we did, but I much prefer just being, like, thrown into the actual culture.
Yeah, exactly. You just, like... I'm looking forward, like, next year we're planning on going in Europe. Like, I just want to go to other different countries, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I want to spend a week in Japan at some point.
Yeah, see, that's cool.
And, but what is cool is we had a local. That's what makes it even better.
Yeah, when you...
If you have somebody that explains,
Exactly.
it's not that weird when you understand.
Yeah, that's
True. Like,
actually a good point.
I would imagine it would be a little difficult for us to navigate things around if we went to Japan, though. Because everything would be in
Japanese
Japanese.
speak English a
People
lot,
do
though.
speak English.
Yeah.
Well, actually, just a lot of foreign countries speak English.
I think you just keep to the touristy parts where there will be English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to some, like,
But the problem is then you don't get the experience of local culture as much.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you want
That's
to
the benefit we had.
experience the local culture, it's so hard. I don't know any Japanese, do you?
No.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah, it was nice since, like, we were there, and it was all, like, it was Chloe's relatives and stuff. Like, we could be thrown, like, right into the middle of, like, this is just Chinese people doing Chinese stuff. But we could have, like, weird stuff explained to us, and, like, it wasn't...
Why is it that way?
It wasn't anything outrageous. But even then, like, a lot of times, like, just walking around the city or driving around, it just feels like a normal city with this weird, like, kind of Chinese flavor to it.
Yeah. With a lot more people riding all around on
Yeah,
electric bikes.
yeah, oh yeah. The mopeds, that was the
Fucking
other
dumb.
thing that was way different. The traffic. Holy shit, the traffic in China is crazy.
Would you ever dare to drive?
No. Unless I had to live there for a while, no.
It's so terrifying that every time I go back and I was like asking my mom, is that how you drive? Seriously? You just, like, you change lanes without turning on the signal, without even take a look at the back? You just like
I'll move.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the attitude that it seems with driving is, I need to turn right, I'm going to turn right, everyone else will slow down if there's somebody else there. Like, it's just, people have to slow down.
I've seen on the news several times, like, there's some people who would fucking back on the freeway because they didn't make the exit. They were going back on the freeway.
That doesn't
Your
surprise
uncle
me.
did.
Yeah, I know.
On Shanghai, the one time we were leaving and he wasn't allowed to go on.
Oh, yeah.
And he got in a fight with a cop, which was the even creepier thing. They actually started slapping him away. It was a really surreal experience.
Yeah.
That was the second time we went, and he went out and back and had a smoke with the cop. And then somehow it was resolved, and we continued on our way.
Yeah. The first car ride with the uncle was intense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Zach had another experience with that same uncle, the very same.
It was just an intense, like, speed up, swerve, speed up, swerve. Like, sometimes he was just basically driving in two lanes at the same time, so he could, like, optimally get into whichever lane he needed to at whatever time.
Do you feel like he's driving a GTA? I feel like he's driving a GTA.
Uh-huh.
All the time. I don't know.
But it's not like his driving was a little crazier than most people, but it seemed like normal driving.
And then we arrive at the gate, and, like, it's weird because I know Chloe understands what's going on, but when you don't understand, and you just hear him yelling at the guard at the gate to your house, and you don't know what
it sounds way more serious than it probably is.
Yeah, they just started shouting at the guard, and the guard shouting back, and we're just like, okay, are we clear? What's going on?
We're about to throw down.
Yeah, do we got to get out and back him up or something? I don't know.
Exactly.
But yeah, apparently there just wasn't enough parking, and they're arguing about it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the big. But it sounded like a much more serious argument.
Yeah, it seemed way more serious. That's another thing. Just the language in general sounds like people are arguing sometimes.
Everyone's arguing all the fucking time.
Well, that's just my hometown's dialect that made it sound that way.
Might be. Because unless people were smiling and laughing, it sounded like they were arguing.
A little bit. And also, if you did notice, like, everyone in China sort of talks pretty loudly. Because if you don't speak up loud enough, it just can't be heard in the crowd situation.
I don't know. I think Nick and I are no strangers to just talking loudly.
Yeah.
That one lives up to our normal.
It helps when you've drank a little more.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Then you just speak anything. The Wu guy started speaking English when he was drunk.
Yeah, what did he say? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
He talked about being laid out on the floor.
Oh, no, that wasn't in English, though. He just gave the gesture for trying to get us laid out sideways.
Yeah.
I'll get you so drunk that you fall on the floor.
Yeah.
See?
So what else we got to talk about?
Number 16.
What's that?
New York City is number 16.
Mm-hmm.
Number 16. What?
We're looking at the largest
Population.
cities by population. U.S. doesn't hit the list until number 16 at New York City.
Wow. Is it like China has the first 15?
No, number 1 is Tokyo with Japan. Then Shanghai is number 2.
How many does Tokyo have?
37 million.
Damn.
38 million, I guess, rounding up a bit.
Could you imagine?
Shanghai is 35 million, yeah.
Like, I don't think Tokyo's like
Crazy.
that big, like, right?
No.
No, that's the thing. It's super fucking dense.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I don't know. It's,
But yeah, out of the top 10,
uh-huh.
China is 4 of the top 10.
Does India have some of those?
India is one of them.
Delhi.
Yeah, Delhi is one. And Japan's one. Mexico's one. South Korea, Pakistan, and Indonesia. Then that's all 10. Yeah. China's 4. 4 of them.
That's crazy.
So they have some big freaking cities.
Oh yeah, I also like how they had like it's weird to just see hammer and sickle advertising.
Oh yeah.
Propaganda, yeah.
There was a ton of propaganda for the Communist Party.
It's like it's all good, no problem here. And banned internet is just super inconvenient. Even like the government knows VPNs exist, so people get around it anyways, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What
They tried to crack it down, but
on VPNs?
yeah.
People need their porn.
How would they even know if you're using the VPN? Like,
No, they just cracking down VPN in general. Like those foreign server needs to set up outside of the country anyway,
Yeah.
right? So they started rather than blacklist something, they start doing the whitelist. So they that's how they
gotcha. So they're only letting certain things through to begin with.
yeah.
Like I was talking with Wu Guy's brother, and he even said showed on the phone like VPN. Like it's clear like people just get around it.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Mm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get to bed before my sleep.
Try to maintain your morning person persona.
No, well, that's gonna be screwed up today already. But before it gets completely out of whack.
All right. All right. You want to do it again Saturday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Saturday for show.
All right.
All right.
All right. Talk to you
All
then.
right. Later.